Why, hello there, dear viewer. I shall be your accountant for this evening. We just need to cover a few baselines, like your gross annual income, expense reports, property management, and, oh yes, there is one other thing. I had some troubling news about you and an old man, and I just need to know. Did you lay a hand on him? Hello and welcome back to another midnight showing. As always, I'm Kelly, and I just got out of The Accountant, starring Ben Affleck and Anna Kendrick. What the hell is Anna Kendrick doing in this movie? That's my usual reaction when I see a comedy star do a serious film every now and then. But anyway, getting ahead of ourselves, this movie was interesting to say the least. The general setup is kind of hard to explain, but that's one of the things I'm going to be talking about in the bad section. To sum up, Ben Affleck plays a high-functioning autistic man who is an accountant, who takes very shady deals and cooks the most dangerous of books because he's really good with numbers and he's just the way his mind works, and it works that way. But one of his jobs goes sour, and now he and Anna Kendrick are under scrutiny and being shot at. So, as the badass that Ben Affleck turns out to be, he basically goes on a one-man killing spree and stops them from killing him. That's kind of the sum up of the movie, and that leaves so much out that you have no idea. Overall, this movie was entertaining. I won't say that it's a masterpiece, but it really does say a lot when this movie was a hell of a lot better than Jason Bourne. And that's essentially what Ben Affleck is playing, an autistic Jason Bourne. But I guess, once again, I'm jumping the gun. Let's just start with the... For the first thing good in this movie I want to talk about, it's the acting, especially from Ben Affleck. Everyone's basically on point here. They knew what they are supposed to be doing, and they do it very well. But Ben Affleck is really committing to this autistic role. For some people, I could see them not liking his performance inside of this because it seems like he's disinterested. But for someone like me, it comes off more like his mind's just not working that way. He doesn't understand normal interactions. He's trying to actually exist inside society, trying to live up to standards that he set for himself and society, but he can't fully understand them. Especially when he can't finish things. If he doesn't finish things, he goes apeshit. And there's a really good sequence of him basically fighting all of his triggers at once. And you can tell it's just something he does on a regular basis. But the second that he can't finish something, when he tries to do this again, he can't work through it. And he just starts beating himself over it. This is really a well-acted, well-performed role. And it's really interesting to see this super autistic guy who can't understand human reactions really just show how much of a badass and how smart he can be, because it's just amazing. And yeah, he kind of overshadows the rest of the cast, but everyone else knows exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it perfectly too. So I don't want to underappreciate the actual acting in this movie. I just want to say just how amazing Ben Affleck really was inside this movie. Once again, proving that all those people that hated him for all of his roles he did in the early 2000s and the 90s, yeah, you guys can go fuck yourselves. This guy's a great actor. Also, I just want to say how good the setup is. It's an action movie, but it's actually trying something different. Let's not actually just have the cold, lone-hearted action hero who just doesn't get it. Let's actually have an action hero who really does embody those things by making him autistic, giving him a defect he's got to work through. Character development. It is so rare to see that in an action movie these days. God, I am just thinking of all the bad things I want to say about Jason Bourne now because of how amazing this setup is. But I might as well not talk about that. Let's actually go into another good point, which is the action itself. It's extremely brutal and very well shot. There's a little bit of shaky cam and close quarter stuff, but even when it's shot at night, you can still tell what's going on. And it just really is amazing that this guy can fight like this. Oh, but I should probably start talking about... Yeah, I kind of hinted at it before that the setup is really hard to talk about in this movie. The reason for that is because everything feels like subplots, and there's literally a million things going on. I mean, this is just disjointed from so many angles. There is an entire subplot inside this movie where J.K. Simmons and Amanda Waller from Arrow, not Amanda Waller from Suicide Squad. I know, they kill her off so they can have her in Suicide Squad. It's really complicated. There's an entire subplot where those two are Treasury FBI agents trying to track him down, only to find out that they're actually working for him, and their subplot had no point except for exposition dump about Ben Affleck's backstory inside this movie. What? Was there really no other way to work that in there? I mean, you had plenty of flashbacks of him just staring off in the distance. Couldn't have a few more? Or even better, we just get introduced to some random assassin guy who's played by Shane from The Walking Dead, because, as we all know, this guy's trustworthy. What was that line from Epic Rap Battles of History again? Oh yeah, no one saw Shane coming except for your wife. Anyway, it'll just randomly cut to him and you think that they have some kind of point, but they don't until over halfway in the movie. And they barely even collide there. They have one little skirmish that takes about 2 seconds, and then they meet up for the end of the film where they don't even fight each other. I mean, what the hell? And it cuts between these subplots so just... I don't even know how to say it properly. I mean, it's just so random at times. You don't know where you are. It's hard to follow this movie. Even someone like me who goes into movies, well, trying to follow them because I go to a lot of movies. It's all over the place, and this script clearly just needed to be condensed a little bit and had certain parts shaved off of the movie. It would have just made it a lot better. And I kind of mentioned it before, but they wasted J.K. Simmons and Amanda Waller. I don't know her name. I'm gonna look it up. I just don't have my phone on me right now to do it. They really wasted them. I mean, these are two really good actors, and when they were on screen, it was interesting. You get to see Amanda Waller just basically dive in and start looking up this guy's life. I mean, finding out all of the patterns that he instinctively does, like all of his aliases are famous mathematicians from history, which, by the by, probably an easy way to get yourself caught. I mean, you gotta do something at least really obscure. I mean, if you start doing anime main character names, I'm pretty sure people wouldn't catch on very much. Just saying. They're really, really good in their roles, but god damn it, if you're not gonna utilize them, why are they in this movie? Again, shaving off, but I just want to stress, these are two good actors who deserved a better role than this. It really does say something when I am tempted to say that J.K. Simmons' role in Terminator Genesis might have been better than this one. Yeah. Complimenting Terminator Genesis. God, this movie. Also, Anna Kendrick near the end of the movie, it doesn't seem like she has a point. I mean, they go through this whole motion of saving her. You'd think that, Ben Affleck would have tried to bring her into a fold a little bit and actually, have some way of talking to her, especially with how much it hinted that he was really trying to become something that she would like so that they could possibly, get together, even though Ben Affleck doesn't really understand that kind of thing. He wants it, but he can't have it type of sort of thing. Again, that's a really good, interesting thing for Ben Affleck, but I don't know, it just kind of made Anna Kendrick superfluous after the 2/3 mark of the movie. Just saying. I'm done ripping into this. Let's go into overall, this movie has flaws, and I do think that it would have been better if the script had been a little bit more refined and they'd realized that there was too many subplots and they just needed to condense it down a bit. But overall, it was very entertaining. The action was good. I liked the acting. I liked the new idea of a action hero who we really wouldn't assume is an action hero, because the second anyone hears autism, they think, completely and utterly useless. But, we actually get to see a high-functioning person who just learned to deal with his shit. I really do like that. So with all that in mind, my personal recommendation is see it at a discounted price. It's not quite worth seeing at full price, and it's not a must-see by any stretch of the imagination. But if you want something different, go on a $5 Tuesday. Go in an early matinee when you don't have to pay a lot. Just seriously, this is worth watching. And that's it for me. Did you see The Accountant? Tell me what you thought about it in the comments below. Maybe we'll get some healthy discussion going. And as always, if you like what you see, be sure to hit the like button, the share button, and subscribe for more. Be sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitch and Twitter. The next few videos are probably going to be recorded not in this area, just want to say that right now. So don't be too jarred. That's it for me, so I'll see you all next time. Yeah, as just for a note, as mentioned inside of my last unboxing video, this is my Blues Brothers tie. Finally getting a chance to wear this. It's gonna be awesome.